Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Manchester City podcast. Apologies there on the intro. I forgot to plug my camera back in. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is moving slow. So the picture isn't clear, but we're here anyway, people. Big up everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. As always, salute to everyone supporting, like I said, the Manchester United and Manchester City podcast, where we discuss both Manchester clubs. In regards to Manchester United, transfer news is upon us, and it's not just rumors, it's actually concrete from reliable sources. Manchester United in discussion with Cunha from Wolves, and Manchester United also looking at Liam Delap from Ipswich as well. So we'll be discussing those two things, of course, next week. It is the Europa League. And in regards to Manchester City, speaking of Europe, they strengthen their chances of finishing in the top 5 and being in the Champions League next year. Last minute winner against Aston Villa at home yesterday, people. So without further ado, I wonder what we're going to argue about for 2.5 to 3 hours. Gotta bring my brother into the building. My like Vader is in the cut. Yes, Vader, what are you saying?
Yo, you know what? Hey, if you haven't realized, we're going to be talking all things football, and there's going to be moments where the mature, confident men that we both happen to be, we're going to fight for the positions and the points of views, and it may carry on a little longer than you're expected, but that's what you have when you got two very dominating people like this. Now, thank you for having me on the show. You didn't mention me as any type of gaslighter or fraud, and I respect the evolution with regards to the intro. I respect the respect that you're showing me. I'm going to tell everybody in the chat, listen, this show was to happen yesterday. Not all of that was on my end. Little family things came up. We had to push the show back. But the reason why things work in mysterious ways, the reason why we kind of had Tony a season ago talking about stars aligning, this show today makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense because last night results, we let them marinate. We let y'all kind of think about that. We also now saw a few results that happened today. Listen, we're going to be talking about a lot. We're going to be talking about a lot. City do their thing. Arsenal, you know what? There's going to be a lot of time to break that all down. I'm going to apologize real quick as well. So, I will be off camera, but I'll be off camera, but you'll be able to hear me.
Good, man. I'll hold it down while you're off camera. Don't worry about it.
I make my moves, but I want to plant this. Y'all can think about it in the chat. Those of you arriving late, hit that like button, show that support, do the damn thing, subscribe if you haven't, and best know that yes, I'm going to be representing Manchester City. Yes, I'm going to be talking about my club in a favorable way. And if you don't got thick skin, if you can't deal with a little criticism, don't watch if you're a rival. All right? You Arsenal fans, you may not want to watch what I have to say when I get back. You Liverpool fans, you may not want to stick around and hear this live. I'm just saying. Y'all been hating on me when I talk about FSG. And now what? FSG now came through again, and it looks like they're hinting at it. Right? You Liverpool fans are, oh, Trent might stay. What did that advert or tweet mean? Listen, everybody's going to be uncomfortable tonight because I'm going to say this before I leave as well. So you Arsenal fans can have some time to think about this and digest it. How funny is it that you have a manager that some of you been crashing for so long, saying he's not good enough, he can't get it done. You say all that, and now you're waiting for him to deliver for a Champions League semifinal. You're putting all your beliefs in someone that you don't believe in to win a Champions League for you. And those of you that have been supporting this man, that have been saying, you know what, give Arteta time, all you have is time. So we get to enjoy this. I've been waiting. I've been sitting back. This is cinema. This is absolute cinema. So I'm going to drop back. Add me when you see me flawless, and we'll get this. We'll continue the show.
Yeah, oh good. Yo, they've been waiting for this. Not only have FSG helped Liverpool or contributed to Liverpool winning a Premier League, Arteta, who has been heavily criticized Cud is literally 3 games away from delivering a Champions League for Arsenal. So Vader's in his gaslighting bag right now. He couldn't believe it. He's Luca with the ball and he's seen Gobert coming towards him. And he said, "Hey, I got this." He waved away, he said, "Set no screens, nothing." He said, "I got this." Vader's in his back. Vader out there showboating. He's real. So yeah, before we get to all that though, again, make sure you subscribe. Not even again, I'd even say this. Big up again to everyone supporting first and foremost. Secondly, make sure you subscribe to Veta Games TV. The link is in the title, people. Veta Games TV. Please hit the like button on the video. Hit the like button. Make sure you share this out across all the socials as well. That's me flawless at Sarcasm CTV. At Sarcasm CTV, That's Me Flawless. Twitter, please retweet and like there, share from the Instagram. And just as important, it is road to 15,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well. Big up to Warrior J, who's been kindly enough, as always, to drop comments in regards to Manchester United, Liam Delap, Cunha, and also as well about from Pep Guardiola in regards to Manchester City's win versus Aston Villa a couple of days ago. Big up to Spoobs as well. This is big up Flawless and Veta. Also the crooks that'll show up in the chat. Big up Giannis as well, man. Good to see you. Says big up Flawless. Smash up them likes. Big up to my G Alam. Says run those likes up and sub to the channel. So while we wait for Veta to get back, because Veta will be back very, very shortly, people. Don't worry about that. Veta will be back. Let me get to Liam Delap Cunha as well. So Ornstein, interesting comments. And this is why I say all the time to Manchester United fans, don't pay attention to rivals because they are going to over-exaggerate the things that are supposed to be bad. As he says here, Manchester United striker target is Liam Delap. United want to complete deals for Liam Delap and Matheus Cunha early, which suggests sales are not needed. The probable 92.5 million cost of Cunha and Delap would be offset by the planned sales of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Anthony, all currently alone. What I have been saying for the longest, when people say Manchester United are broke, they're half right. But this whole thing, what they're wrong about is Manchester United on a strict budget and can't sign players. I'll say this before, I'll say it again. Manchester United are rich broke people. And when I say what I mean, when I say rich broke, is, how do I say it? Like whoever your favorite superstar is, rapper, entertainer, etc. I'll use Jay-Z, for example. If Jay-Z woke up tomorrow with $1 million in his bank account, he is broke. If you give me or one of you lot in the chat $1 million, we're rich. That's the difference. If the owner of McDonald's woke up tomorrow and went to the McDonald's accounts and they only had £1 million in there, they're broke. As a company, they're broke. But give me or my company, give Sarcasm City TV, the company, £1 million, guess what we are? Rich. That's the difference between the two. I think Veta's here. Yes, Veta, you there? I'm not sure. I don't know if you joined again. But let me know in the private chat anyway. And that's what I've been saying for the longest. Manchester United are rich broke. Are we going to go out this summer and spend 300, 400, 500 million? No, we're not going to do that. However, Manchester United, just off a loan because of the money we generate, can spend 100, 150, something in that ballpark. Because I've been content creating now 4 years, I think. So 2021, whenever that was, I think it was like 2021, January, February. Every single, so the summer of 2021, the summer of 2022, the summer of 2023, the summer of 2024, and on the way to the summer 2025, I've heard in the comment section, I've heard from fellow content creators, I've heard all across social media that Manchester United have no money and can't buy any players. And then you know what happens every summer? We buy players. And this is just early. There's no surprise. And now everyone that said Manchester United were broke and we're on a sell to buy model is short. And even if the Cunha and the Delap deals fall through, and I hope they don't, and I'll get to that shortly, it lets you know the money's still there. So let's say we have like 150 to spend. Then you add in the sales, especially of a Rashford who would be pure profit for the PSR reasons. Let's say we sell the 3 players mentioned, Rashford, Sancho, Anthony. Let's say the 3 of them go. Let's say Garnacho goes and Malacia, and we raise another 120 million, just throwing that out there. Then we can go and spend more money. And then we're getting up to 200 odd million in regards to sales. Again, stop paying attention. It's like Gareth Southgate when people kept going on about how Manchester United were interested in Gareth Southgate. Nobody. Apart from Ashworth, there was never no interest or no contact there was never no interest from Manchester United and he was not contacted. We know that we interviewed Tuchel. According to De Zerbi, we offered him a contract. So there's 2 managers we was interested in. But because it was said enough by content creators, Troops was running around with it, and because people was running around with it on social media, people automatically assume it's true. And I said this, no reliable, solid source said this. But people say same thing about Manchester United being broke. No reliable source has ever said this. Not one. Because if Ornstein on the flip side said Manchester United want to sign Cunha and Delap, but have to wait for the sales of Rashford, Sancho, and Anthony, what would the conversation be? Let's say he tweets that tomorrow and says Manchester United have to wait for sales on around the Celta. You know how this place would erupt? You know how this content creator space would be crazy and rivals would be crashing on us and people in comment section, in particular mine, would be crashing. All Manchester United content creators, not even just mine. When everyone's quiet about this. So again, to Manchester United fans, don't let rivals do it. Don't let rivals put the fear in you because they're gonna over exaggerate and go over the top. They are. I'm not sure which one. Is that the one?
Yeah. Can you? Is it good or is it choppy?
Yeah. No. It's clear. So yeah, as I was saying, people don't let rival fans do that to you. Whether they're upfront with it or whether they're running jokes about it or whether they're like Veta who will be subtle with it, and you're like, I heard what he just said.
Whoa! What?
Huh?
Wait, what? I will be what with it?
You will be subtle, you know what I'm saying, with your shots. You have to really pay attention to what you say. See when you're talking, I pay attention to every single word you say, like in extra detail. I pay attention to whoever I'm working with, but in particular you. I pay attention to everything.
Yo, you know what it is. You know what it is, Flawless. Like, I mean, I was introduced to. I mean, I think we all were. Although you guys have different. I think you have different levels out there in the UK. But I was introduced to Shakespeare in high school, and you know when the teacher has you break down certain scenes or break down certain points within the book, and I love that intricate attention to detail. Absolutely. I mean, I don't necessarily do it purposely. I'm not taking shots. Like it's not something that I'm doing purpose. It's just maybe how I share my observations, maybe the way I speak. You know what I mean? I'm actually cool with you guys. I'm cool with you guys and all the money talk.
Yeah, you don't do that because you're smart. You see, this is why I say you're smarter and you're subtle with it. That one is there's nothing you can base that in because you work with the truth. You don't work with hearsay.
Facts.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But then you'll work with the truth and use it to your benefit when necessary. Like last week with Maguire. Oh, Maguire scored the goal, but then when I mention his mistake, you don't want to talk about it, that type of thing.
I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
It's not that I didn't want to talk about it. I mean, it's not the first thing I want. It's not the first thing I wanted to talk about.
Never. You know the first thing I mentioned was his goal too.
Fair.
Yeah. And then because of you saying, well, who scored the goal? Because you was like, say that again, like I was gonna short him his goal. See, stuff like that. You can't kid people. That's what Izzy mentioned about Shakespeare and like breaking it down. Like when you're in school, we had that over here as well, where we'll break down scenes and stuff. But clearly, when man was doing that in school, I didn't realize that I'd be using it in real life. But clearly, I do, as do you. But yeah, in regards to it. The money talk as well. That's why I never fear. Like I say again, Manchester United are rich broke. That's what it is. We're not going to do a city. We're not spending 300, 400 million in a window. But we are going to buy someone because I've heard every single year that we are broke. And then yet somehow we buying players. Somehow.
Flawless. You know the game, man. You know the game. Yeah. And I think for everybody in the chat, for everyone tuning in, This is where those that have, circled the sun this many times, when we give you wisdom, I know you hate the messenger. I know you hate where it's coming from, but you got to respect the wisdom. Now, Flawless is a man. He's had to hustle. He knows that if he wants to get something, what's this driver? Okay. He knows that if he wants to get something at the price that he wants, he's not going to be out there flossing, wearing the most expensive jewelry and gear and say that I got whatever it takes to get what I want. No, he's going to play it down. He's going to be a little grungy. He's going to be like, maybe I'm in between jobs. He's going to give all these kind of sob stories to get the best deal. That's exactly what United's doing. United been rich. They've been rich, and every off season, every summer, going into the window, they gotta say, "Oh, you know what? There's only so much to spend." Stop it! Stop it! I can't keep hearing about you guys being the most successful, mighty United. I can't keep hearing about you being the most successful club in England and then talk poor. It doesn't math. So stop. Now, I like that Flawless is keeping it real with you guys. United, you're playing it cheap so that you can get the deals at the price that you want. I get it.
I'm all for that from the club. Where I'm aiming at was fans who say it. Like fans who fall for it. Like United fans fall for it from other fans. Because the amount of times I've been in my comment section, people like, "Oh, United are broke. How you blowing most of your budget on Cunha or Delap? Can you afford this player? Can you afford that player?" I'm never worried about the amount. I'm never worried about the amount of players Manchester United are bringing in. It's about the quality of players. That's where my issue lies. I have no problem with the club saying that. Get the best possible deals, and I'll get to my thoughts on Cunha and Delap further in a second. But I am all for it. I am all for the club doing that. It's just fans who fall for it, like fall for tweets and stuff
And
like that.
you know what it is. You know why I'm so upset with this. And I'm gonna be back in the studio in about less than 10 minutes. But you know why I'm upset with this? Because you know how many signings were initially or shortlisted coming to City and ended up going to United, and United don't have the money. Let's stop this. Let's stop this. You guys are gonna break bank again. You're gonna do what you did in that summer when you were supposed to be broke, but you went out and got Casemiro. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those summers where money's just gonna come out of nowhere. You're gonna strengthen because again, you're. And I know you listen to every word I say, but you are mighty United. You're not gonna allow this double-digit finish for 2 years in a row.
Oh yeah, we gonna go again. Like I said, man, that is one thing about Ineos I've praised, and I actually trust him in the recruitment aspect because the recruitment's been very, very good so far. The recruitment has been very, very. When I look at we made 7 signings, including the summer January. The only one I look at funny is Agate. So 6 out of 7. That's a phenomenal return. You tell me for every 7 players we signing, 6 are going to hit in regards to their quality and what price they were brought in for. Cool. I say this again, it's another thing rivals do. When a player performs poorly and we've bought him and he's expensive and he's been bought high, people always mention the price tag. But when a player performs well and he wasn't bought high, crickets. Mazarawi was 12 million. Nobody mentions it. He was 12 million. Nobody. If we were to sell him, he's worth at least triple that. If we were to sell him right now, you're commanding a fee of 40 M's. So he's more than doubled his price already.
Oh, I got to challenge you though. I got to challenge you. This Agate though, is it just a matter of you just need to see more time? He's not a write-off.
No, it's not a write-off. When I say with Agate, the problem is the price. If he was half his price, I'm like, cool.
Okay.
60 M's. If he was 30 million, I'd go, yeah, because I understand what he gives me and the use for him in the squad. He's just, when you're spending 60 M's on someone, I'm looking, that's, to me, everyone's different, first teamer money. That's a starting place money. If I'm paying 60 or more million for you, you are first teamer. How I'm looking at Cunha, 62.5 million, you're a first teamer. Delap, reason why I do like the deal, because if we do sign him for 30 M's, because that's the release clause, and it doesn't kind of work out, or even if it does, you can go get a senior striker and put in front of him. He was 30 million. He's not on big money. The expectation for him is not as high. Now, if we sign him for 80 million, whole different conversation. So Agate, there's a use for him in the squad because I know what he gives us. You're going away from home. Let's say we're playing Manchester City. You lot might have more. You lot are going to have more of the ball of us, more of the ball than us. All right, Agate's playing this game. Cool. I don't really have an issue with that. We're going away to. That's when he's had his better games as well. His form's dipped a little bit, but not actually more than a little bit. His form has dipped in recent weeks, but he still has his uses. He's just not first. He just shouldn't be a first team.
I hate this Delap rumor, man. I hate it.
He's your boy, isn't it? He's your former
I don't like it.
Right? Why don't you like it?
I don't like it. He's a very promising player. I think. I mean, there's a large portion of the City fan base that were like, let's stay close to this. Let's try to get him back, especially before Marmoush was announced and when Holland was, having his ins and outs with regards to his form. But I don't want to see an academy boy over there, man. I don't. And I think he's going to be really good for you because of his versatility. Yeah. And who knows how clinical he can be, because he is a young player. Yes. He's fresh out. Yes. So I just don't want to see him do it for you Reds over there, man. That's the only thing.
I get that. And to Warrior J, you asked about if Delap and Cunha signings. I big up to football 490 with Kish. Sorry, big up Josie as well. Everyone else in the chat. If Delap plus Cunha signings are complete, thoughts? And do you think we need another attacker instead of Delap? In regards to the second part of that question, do we need another attacker instead of Delap? No, not instead of a Delap. It'd be an addition with Delap. I like the Delap.
You're greedy. You're greedy. That's why.
It's what Barnes told you what it is. We licorice. He told you what it is. 110%. You got Haaland and Mamouche over there. Let me have my two strikers. Huh? This guy talking about greedy. Who your two strikers again?
Wait, you got three over there.
Who?
Xerxes.
Okay.
Hoyland, and then Delap.
And then Cunha. Who? Wait. Cunha's classed as a 10. Who was the second striker you mentioned?
I said Xerxes and Hoyland.
Oh, wait. The second guy? Just his name alone? Sorry, who?
Hoyland. Why are you doing this?
Hoyland. Rasmus Hoyland. You mean the guy?
Yeah, Rasmus.
Rasmus, the guy who's gone 27 games and scored 1 goal. The guy who went 0016 twice the season before. Him. That Hoyland. Are we talking about his brother?
But now he doesn't have to deal with, a manager coming mid-season. He's going to be working with him all in the summer. He's going to be more.
Hold up. Did Ten Hag not sign him and work with him in the summer last season?
But we all admit that Ten Hag wasn't good, right?
See. Oh no. That at that point you had us finishing third, mate. You know what I'm saying? And you agree? You was with it. You was with Hoyland. But yeah, in regards to that, no, I want better quality. That's what it is. Xerxes, cool. Here the thing is with Xerxes, you mentioned about Delap's versatility. Xerxes has a 9 or a 10, cool. Cunha's more a 10, but he can also play 9. So if I go get Delap, cool. We got 3.
Yeah, you got 3.
2 10s and a striker. So if we get Delap and someone else for a 9, Xerxes, Cunha, Maino, and let's say Bruno is 10s. Obviously, Ahmad can play there as well. That's where it is. Our attack is severely lacking. Outside of the relegation teams, we have we probably have the worst attack on paper in the league. So we need vast improvements. So we need bodies, we need numbers. So yeah, to answer your question, Warrior J, I like Delap. I would have preferred.
I'm running in the studio right now.
Yeah, no stress. I would have preferred Osherman, not instead of Delap, but in addition, because I want someone who's been at a higher level and more seasoned. And that is Osherman. He's played in Serie A. He's been successful over there. He's been in a title race. He's played in the latter stages of the Champions League as well. And I think he is quality, but I'm not against Delap whatsoever. And Cunha over the moon. I think he's one of the best attacking players in the league. I don't understand the criticism from Manchester United fans about him. Because if anyone else was signing him, and this ties into the money thing as well, but on the flip side, how people will over-exaggerate the money thing. If he was going anywhere else, to be getting praised. Imagine he was going because he was linked. Let's say he was going Newcastle, what the conversation would be. If he was going Newcastle, or he was going Aston Villa, or if he was going Liverpool, or if he was going Chelsea. But how come all of a sudden he's coming to Manchester United and there's problems? There isn't another team in the league that he does not start for. Granted, the areas are not the best for most teams in the league, but he starts for. Bring me players like that. Bring me players. And he's not just one of the best in his position because the quality is bad. He's also of quality as well. It's not like I'm sat here saying, oh, he's top 5, but 3 of the 5 are awful or 3 of them are average. Who does he not? I asked this question. Who does he not start for? He starts for everybody in the Premier League and improves them. It's not like he doesn't improve. He improves them. We go down. Liverpool. Is he a better 10 than Szoboszlai? Yes. Is he a better left winger than Gakpo or Diaz? Also, yes. Without question. Arsenal. Is he a better 10 than Odegaard? Yes. Is he a better left winger than Martinelli? Also, yes. Who's third? Is it them up? We know he starts for them. You know what I'm saying? Just pick a spot. They got pure non-goal scorers over there.
Wait, what are we doing?
I'm talking about Cunha.
Don't do this today. Don't do this today.
Don't do what?
You're throwing at my glass house right now.
I'm not throwing at your glass house. I'm literally talking about. I'm throwing at people who for some reason, in particular United fans that are against the Cunha signing, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, but were you saying that he starts over here?
Yeah, of course he starts over there.
Of course he starts over here.
Of course he starts over there. Of course. What are we doing?
What side is it? What side is he starting on?
He either as a 10, a 9, or left. Because he plays left wing, 10 or 9. Pick a spot.
So you think if he's at City, if he was
starts.
at City, if you think if he was at City versus Villa on the weekend, you think he's starting over KDB? You think he's starting?
Don't play. Go on, KDB they don't play the same role.
But KDB's all right.
Oh, the KDB you're not renewing. Yes, that KDB. That KDB that could be in Villa.
No, we're gonna keep it specific. We'll deal with this season.
He starts over KDB. Yes.
All right. Currently. So you're the manager of Manchester City. Heaven forbid.
Yes.
But if you were the manager of Manchester City, you would.
I'd run you lot into the ground. Just letting you know. Go on.
You're never get. Yeah, you'd be so bad. You're never getting another job ever again.
Yeah. Hey, I will be a god in the red side of Manchester after running you lot. Wow, business went into like, I would do everything in my power to run you lot into the ground. You know that. But yes, he starts for you lot. What's your best? Because you lot play. It's funny because you lot play. So your best strike is Haaland. Is that? Do you agree with that? Your best 9 is Haaland. Your best 10 is
striker in the world. I mean, he'll be my best striker if he's the best striker in the world.
But 9.
Whoa. No, see now we got to fight. Why are you making up your face like?
Because you said
you did the Bobby Brown like. What's this?
I don't know if he's the best striker in the world. And I rate Haaland highly. I don't know if he's the best striker in the world.
No striker scores in less minutes than him.
Oh yeah, he gets goals. No doubt about it. But all right, for argument's sake, Haaland, best striker in Europe. I can't say the world because I don't watch worldwide. So I'll say Europe.
Okay.
So Mamouche is your best 10.
When healthy.
Yeah, Mamouche is your best 10, correct? I think Mamouche is your best 10. Mamouche is not your best 10.
I'm not ready to say that because KDB has been playing that role. KDB.
Well, Mamouche is there's a reason you're getting rid of one. And you just
but we're phasing KDB out.
There's a reason for that. If you don't phase out players who are still at a high peak, if he was still performing at a high level, he would. And he's been one of the best.
He is performing at a high level. He just doesn't do it in back-to-back games. That's the thing. We got to do the whole LeBron James load management. You know what I mean?
And it's not no NBA thing. And who's your best left winger? Grealish? Doku? Who is it?
Yo, Flawless. Yo, did you watch extended highlights?
Yeah, I watched the full game. I did a watch.
You watched it? Yeah.
We was laughing about it because he was like, Vader's going to be on one today.
Listen.
That's as soon as he made the assist. I was like, Vader going to be on one today. It was a quality assist. It was a quality assist. It was a quality assist. I'll give him full credit. Quality assist.
Did he
not like that few days he won against Spurs, but go on.
Did you think that was in his locker? Did you think he had that ability? Did he surprise you? Did he surprise you with that assist?
It did surprise me, yes.
So that surprise is my understanding. So that's why when we're like, you're talking Doku down and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, yo, listen.
All right, so you gotta do it. You gotta do it consistent. If he does it consistently, I hold my hands up and say,
and that's where I was. I said he's gotta play consistent. He's got to remain healthy.
So who's your best left winger? Who's your best left winger?
Oh, man, Pep's been so inconsistent with that.
Who's your best? So you're picking it. You're the City manager. Heaven forbid, because you're gaslighting with friggin' on the national TV would annoy the shit out of me.
No, you know what? No, Flawless. Before you do that, if I was ever manager, my press conferences would be must see. If you thought Jose was like doing a madness, listen. I have a little sprinkle of what Jose did because he definitely was doing things to get into managers' heads. I'd also do I got to do, because I'm Canadian, I got to do the humble thing like Pep does with regards to respecting my opponents and the matchups and tactics. But the theatrics that I would be doing in the
it would be great. It would
must see. But my best.
Who's your best left winger? I think it is
Doku. It is Doku.
All right, he's better than Doku. So point taken. He's better than Doku. So
what do you think is his best position?
Cunha.
Yeah,
probably as a 10.
Okay,
but left wing close. But I would say as a 10. And then 9 being third. So he starts for Liverpool. He starts for Arsenal. He definitely starts over Doku. Forest, he starts for them. Even though I rate Gibbs White, I think he's better than Gibbs White, and he's definitely better than Alango.
Cunha to me is like a left-sided Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer likes to operate on the right side and kind of like drift it. Cunha, I see similarities.
I thought he was going to take a shot. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Newcastle, yes, without doubt. Newcastle, because they was linked.
No, that's close. That's actually close. Don't do that.
No, it's not close. He offers more going forward than Joe Linton, and I rate Joe Linton.
Oh, I was thinking left.
Nah, you thinking about Gordon. Now I'm thinking about Joe Linton because they was linked with him. Shout out to Philip Toon Tactics TV because I was on there with him and Steve, and we was doing the breakdown about because they was linked with him heavily. Yeah. Where would he play if he was signed there? And it would be a difference to like their role with their formation would slightly.
Oh, that'd be deadly. That would actually be deadly.
Him and Isak together. Are you crazy with Gordon? I said it to them. Nightmares. And then who else we got?
Two Tactics has a lot of ops right now because nobody wants Newcastle in the top 4, top 5. No, you know why? Because maybe the exception of you, but all the Red Cartel all season long, they talking about poaching and picking. Oh, Isak, let them fall out of not playing for Europe because then they can get a better deal for Isak. He's going to want to play Champions League. Hey, Steve, Toon.
Oh yeah, but that's not against Newcastle. That's just wanting for them. That's what that is.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's wanting for them. Because if Isak was because it's not Newcastle. Like I hate City first.
You sound like a Red Cartel member.
Like, no, but I despise City regardless of where you're at or who your players are. I just dislike you lot and want you lot to lose, regardless. Like that's what it is with them. They don't want Newcastle to lose because it's Newcastle. It's because they want Isak. If Isak went there and they weren't in the top 4, it wouldn't be anything. How can they benefit me? Whereas City, you lot could be in League 2 and I'd be when you lot were in Division 1, Division 2, I was checking your results to make sure you would lose. You was losing. Do you Leeds when they was gone for 16
I saw your face. I saw your face on that Dave Chappelle hater skit. I saw your face on.
Oh yeah, that's 100%.
You're an ultimate hater. I know that.
R.I.P. Charlie Murphy. That's me there in the purple. 100%.
I saw you.
Yeah. And to I don't want to butcher your name, so I call you Mapuka. Cunha is better than Doku. What? Yes, he is. He is. What are we talking about here? I go one further. Doku don't even think he better than Cunha. What are we doing?
Nah, don't do that.
Don't even think he's better than. What does he do apart from being quicker? What does he do better than Cunha?
No. Listen, I don't geek out. I don't nerd out. Right? I don't go into the completed dribbles and dribble pass.
Yeah. Forget all that.
No, we're not going to forget all that. No, I'm not going to use the number and do a comparison. But I'm going to say they're different players. What Cunha does in a 10, rate it. I don't think Doku could do what Cunha does in the 10 role. But out on that wing, when it's about getting past, when it's about attacking, and the only thing that's knocking Doku right now is consistency and health. If we get that, we're gonna have a different conversation. Listen,
and if I went Jim and Etwell day in day out, I'd be Diesel. But guess what? I don't, so I'm not. So if for spliffs, we'd all be high, man. What is this? Ifs you got someone who's doing it week in week out in the Premier League and not even in a good side. We don't rate none of their players. Who do you rate from Wolves?
No, but you can often when on a bad side, because we saw this with Grealish over at Aston Villa, went on a bad side, and you get the keys, everything goes through you. Everything's central. So it's a little easier to get your shots off, to get your passes off, to kind of run the show. We'll see. We'll see what happens to Cunha at a different club. This praise that you're giving him, this comparison, I'm gonna hold it. Because if he ends up over at United, best believe.
I didn't think this would happen. He was a player. He was top of my list. I didn't think it would happen.
Well, you always have United fans always have this amazing Christmas list, holiday list, whatever you want.
Why can't I write a Christmas list? Why is that so?
No,
crazy?
you can, but y'all always do that. That's part of the season to keep you guys hooked in. That's what the Glazers were.
I'm just like content create. People are going to say, what players would you like to see come in? And I look around the Premier League, and like I was saying, he's one of the better attackers in the Premier League. Starts for everyone else. Why would I not want him in my team? I've seen United fans against this, and I don't understand why. It baffles me, bamboozles me. When he walks, so like I said, where was we at? Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Forest he starts for, Newcastle, yes. Chelsea, their attack stinks. Villa are a good side. He better than any left winger.
Whoa. You said Chelsea real quick, but you'd have him play left wing, not play the 10.
Left wing. He's better than every left winger they have. Doku probably starts for them the way their left wingers are performing currently. What are we talking about here?
See, chat. This violence that this guy keeps sending for Doku,
Yeah,
and after the
Bournemouth,
game
yes,
that Doku just
without
had.
doubt. Fulham, yes. Brighton, yes. Brentford, yes. Imagine about Brentford with those.
Ooh, yeah, no, left wing. That's a combo. Matoma, Matoma.
Who?
That's a combo. Don't do
So
that.
who plays in the 10 for them then?
No, that's what I'm saying. Because when you
My
say
point
real
is
quickly,
the point I'm making is he starts, whether it's the 10 or left wing, he starts because he plays them at such a high level. So even if you want to say, like I just said there, Villa, if someone says Morgan Rogers over him, I hear it. But he's better than Rashford or Ramsey. So he starts for them.
All right.
Same way, if someone wants to say Matoma, cool. He starts for Brighton in the 10.
Okay. All right.
I don't know why this is what I'm talking. I don't see why it's not with me and you, but
why I like that. I like that. You're getting, well, potentially you're getting a player that pretty much starts everywhere else. So when you have that player, there's really no excuse with regards to, why isn't he doing what he's doing when he's one of the best in the league? I hear it.
Yeah, I like that's where it stems from. That's where it is. And hey, you know what? Big up to you. I've never seen you in the chat, Mapuko. But big up, man. If you wish United had Doku, big up. That's all I can say to you, man. Blessings.
No, you can do more than that. You can do more than that.
Say again?
You can do more than that than just say big up.
What else? What more can I say? I just couldn't. There's nothing to argue about. There's nothing to disagree more.
How
the only winger I think he's the only winger I think he's better than in the league left winger is our club already. That's it.
No, but
I don't rate him.
It's more than a big up because Doku obviously clearly starts over at United.
Hey,
no question.
Vale, I've got people in my phone book that start up.
No, we're not. No. I don't want to.
No. Legit.
Legit.
I'm being deadly serious. I know a pro footballer. I know someone who's a professional footballer. Plays not in the Premier League, but I know someone who's better than the attackers Manchester United have at the Premier League. In the Premier League.
All right. So what are we talking about? My man's name's not on the screen. No, my man's name's not on the screen. So when he said I would want Doku at the club, we hear it. It's more than just a big up because your big up was dismissive. Come on, you know that. Your big up was like,
to say. I can't.
You can say absolutely he's better than anything we got. Doku would improve us. You could say that.
Yo, again, but the bar, like I said when I was talking,
I don't want to hear about the bar. Just
no, because the bar matters.
You
because the bar matters. The bar matters. I improved Manchester United.
Stop this. Stop it.
What are we talking about here?
I don't want to hear about you. I don't want to hear about your phone book. I want to hear that Doku improves United.
No, it's not. Again, everyone improve. If you can run fast, you improve Manchester United.
That red hate that you have that prevents you from saying something good about a City player.
I agree with you. It's more telling on us that he improves us. That's embarrassing for us.
Okay, but it took me 2 minutes to get you to say
he improved because we both what's understood ain't got to be spoken about. You know he improved.
No,
us. I know he improves.
I wanted that spoken about.
And this is why you're a dick. You know what I'm saying? This shit like this. When you say you're a gaslighter, this is it. You see what you say? You see this, yeah? This is prime gaslighting. You see? You said, tell me next. You tell me next time I'm gaslighting. This is it.
Damn.
Me and you both know Doku improves us. We all know.
Nice. I can't wait to talk about City later in the show.
There isn't a player at Manchester City that doesn't improve us. I don't rate all your players, but there isn't a player you have who doesn't improve us. So that's my point is it's not a flex when you say he improves Manchester United. Who doesn't? The list is much shorter. We are 2 points off 17th. What are we talking about here?
I hear it. 2 points off 17th. Like you said that kind of like in an acceptance, like it just rolled off your back. Like it was just
because it's what we are. I'm crashing the harsh reality on you when you say tell you Doku improves you. We are literally 2 points off 17th. Who doesn't improve us? Everybody at Manchester City improves us. And I don't rate all your players. KDB, even though he's nowhere near the level he once was, improves us. Nunes, as much as I don't rate him, improves us.
Whoa.
I don't rate Nunes highly. But he improves us. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's decent.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though Bernardo Silva's falling off a cliff, he improves us. Still a decent player, don't get me wrong. But Bernardo Silva was one of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah, Bernardo put in a shift. This other many thought he was going to play out on that right wing. It was actually James McAtee, and actually James McAtee was kind of coming central. I don't want to do the whole tactic
thing. Talking about here, I can
But
go
yeah.
the Power League 15 minutes walk from my house right now and find players better than Manchester United. I played last week. Some of them players that were on the pitch were pulled out skills that Garnacho and Højlund couldn't do. Had me on an island. What are we talking about?
What's happening here with regards to as poor as your team is? How do you make sense of how poor you are in the league, but how undefeated you are in Europe? How do you make sense of that? I'm trying.
I don't, because the Europa League is also a god awful competition in terms of quality.
You think the Europa's worse quality than the Premier?
Oh, it's dreadful. All right, let me ask you a question. It's gonna be good. I've been meaning to ask people this, so I'm glad that the first one was you. Don't gaslight. I just genuinely want to hear. Exclude the 3 teams who have been relegated. So take out Ipswich.
Yeah.
Take out Southampton and take out who's the other one? Who else got relegated?
Ipswich, Southampton.
I'm looking at the table right now, and Leicester. Take those 3 teams out of it. Over the rest of the league, Manchester United, two-legged tie. You'd even have the second leg. Who would you pick Manchester United to be over 2 legs in the Premier League? Taking that, excluding the relegation sides.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? I would say Spurs over 2 legs.
Okay, so Spurs won.
Spurs will
beat us 3 times in a row, but Spurs cool.
Wait, what happened?
Spurs have beat us 3 times in a row, but Spurs.
Yikes! And you might see them in Europa.
I'm not even argue. I just genuinely want to hear your answers. You got Spurs 1.
Spurs. I got Spurs for sure. You know what? I would say. I know this is terrible timing. I know what just happened. I know what just happened over the weekend. But I would have said Wolves. I really would have.
Wolves who did the double over us this season. All right, cool.
But the double, it was 1 goal. Like,
all right, cool. Yeah, one goal. But all right, so you got Spurs, you got Wolves. Bear in mind, Spurs and Wolves are currently Wolves are 15th and Spurs are 16th. So there isn't a team above us right now in the league you've picked yet. So go on, carry on as you were.
I would say you'd beat those 2. Now, here's the thing, and I mean, you caught me off guard. Were the losses to Spurs and the losses to Wolves, like both, were they with Amarin, or was one with Ten Hag and one? You know what I mean?
I think two of the 3 losses to Spurs was with Ten Hag.
Okay.
Yeah, and then one.
And then one losses, with Wolves, I think. Right?
I think both losses with Amarim to Wolves. I think. So yeah. So back to it. So we've got Spurs and we
Southampton.
Anybody
Southampton.
else?
Southampton.
No, again, Southampton. That's why I said exclude them. They're relegated. I said move the relegation sides out of it. So no Southampton, no Leicester, no Ipswich. They're championship sides. That's why they're dreadful and been out of it. So I'm not even going to argue your answer. So you got Spurs and you got Wolves. Who else? Bear in mind, Wolves did the double over us. Spurs beat us
barely. They did the double, barely.
Okay, barely. Go on.
If you guys were to face, even, you know what? You guys over 2 legs, Crystal Palace over 2 legs.
Right. Palace, you also did the double over us. Cool. All right, so Palace is 3. Okay.
Okay. Them doing the double is a great reality. But even moving forward, you would bet, cool. Especially because, again, looking at your European form, I'm not
arguing you down. Yeah. So we've got Wolves, we got Spurs, and we got Palace. Anybody else?
Wolves, Spurs, Palace over 2 legs. Would I? I wouldn't even say Fulham. I would not say Fulham. I think you could get it done versus West Ham.
Okay, West Ham. Cool.
Yeah.
That's 4. Cool. West Ham.
Over 2 legs. I mean, I didn't catch a win off you guys, but I'm not gonna say that over 2 legs.
Yeah, you're never gonna pick Yom up.
No. But I mean, realistically, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
Of course, you're the heavy favorite if that happens. We can get you in a one-off game, but over 2 legs.
Yeah. You know what? I might leave it at that, to be honest.
So that's it.
Over
So
two
you
legs.
picked. So you over two legs. You picked Wolves, Spurs, West Ham.
Yeah, I'm not picking Everton because I think from a managerial standpoint, I think Moyes gets it done because he's got that hate there.
So,
you know what I mean?
to answer your question in regards to the quality of the Europa League, you just said the team that is currently sat 14th, 24th of April, is sat 2 points off 17th, has lost more games than they've won, failed to win back-to-back games all season long, and you've only picked us, taking the relegation sides out of it because of the championship. You've only picked us to beat 4 teams over two legs in our own league. And bear in mind, 3 of those 4 teams are below us.
Yeah, but again, to answer the
question, that tells you the quality of the Europa League. That you've picked 4 teams that we beat.
Nah, I don't like how you chef that up. I don't like that.
Who do you? Okay, so let me ask you: out of Spurs, Bodo Glimt, and Bilbao, who do you rate?
No, but it's not so much about the rating part. no, hold on. The reason why I didn't like how you chef that up is because again, it's 2 legs. You could do the outperform on a home leg because what I've seen is being pretty calm.
Well, the reason why I mentioned 2 legs is because you've just picked the vast majority of the league to kick our ass over 2 legs. This is why I'm saying I go one further. Yeah. Lyon and Sociedad are 2 of the worst teams we faced this season. Sociedad, I go one further.
But those were tough games. But I mean, the Lyon game was
games because we're rubbish. If we was of any quality, we mollywop those teams. The Europa League, in terms of quality, I've been saying this, and the first leg of this last round opened my eyes to that because Jez has been saying this since the beginning. He's like, this competition is not good, and I'm like, you got Bilbao, you got Lazio, you got teams in there, Frankfurt, and he's like, I'm telling you, Flawless, the teams are not good. And then when I seen the result to that first leg, I was like, if we was any form of decent team, mollywop. We walk in this competition. Bilbao, I give credit to. I actually think they're a good outfit. I do. I think they're a good outfit. But even them, away at Rangers, and they're down to 10 men, and you don't win the game. And we mollywop the Rangers. And we don't beat anybody. Never mind walk through anybody. Lyon, all the hype about Lyon, I was like, for 70 minutes in the first game, actually, 60 minutes in the 60 minutes in the second leg, and the game at their place, they were dreadful. The game at their place. Yeah. We gifted them 2 goals. They were, and again, people, this isn't me saying Manchester United were good. We're also a part of all the crap. We are just as rubbish. Hence why we are struggling against these teams. You've got Bodo Glimt in a semi-final. What are we talking about? Norwegian side.
That's going to be good entertainment.
Norwegian, you know who they beat over 2 legs?
Nah, no disrespect, Flawless. I don't pay attention.
Okay, so I'll tell you who they beat. They beat Lazio.
Not to be rude.
No, they beat Lazio. And you know what the crazy part is? Steve called it. Steve's a Lazio fan. And he said, we're going out. And I looked at him like he was mad. And he said, trust me, Flawless, we're going out. I said, there's no way you're going out to Bodo. Second leg in Rome. Granted, they went out on penalties, but when I seen they lost 2-0, I was like, what is going on? This competition is cheeks.
Okay.
It's dreadful. Hence why we are where we are. You picked you picked us to beat 4 teams in our own league, excluding the championship sides over 2 legs. And 3 of them are below us. We're 14th.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I hear it.
Don't watch Europa League. It's like I said, if you're of any quality, we know how bad Spurs are.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't watch it. I listen. Okay. I tune into the playback.
Spurs are terrible, right?
I tune into the playback. I listen.
I appreciate it. You've seen Spurs. You watch Spurs. Yeah. Spurs are dreadful. You agree with
that? Spurs are bad. Yeah.
Spurs are bad.
But Spurs are bad. Again, Spurs are bad in the league. You guys are bad in the league. And it's one of those where I'm like, I'm watching. Because I think I just witnessed it tonight, right? I saw Arsenal. They didn't look good. They didn't look like they should be second or challenging the league. They didn't look like that. They didn't look like a team that, quote unquote, slapped up Real Madrid.
But they made changes, though.
They did make changes. So, but I think the changes can happen in personnel, and the changes can happen with what manager instructions are. I think your manager. I think Spurs' manager. I think it's all about, you know what? This league is done. Yeah, the banter. Yeah, the double digit rank, like where we are in the standings, all that kind of stuff. Y'all got to deal with that. Worst finish in Prem history. Okay.
In our Prem history, 3 in the last 4 years we've done that.
Yeah, but
I'm just pointing out. That wasn't really at you. That was aiming for people.
But it's a great example if you don't know how bad it is until it's bad.
Yeah, it gets worse. But in regards to the competition, when you say why are we unbeaten in Europe, because the Europa League is terrible in terms of quality overall. I can't stress this enough. That Lyon game, the first leg, is one of the worst matches I watched in regards to quality.
So are you saying Amarin must win this because this league is so poor?
Yeah, he should win it. Yes.
No, is it a must?
He must, but I don't think we will. I think Bilbao are better.
Wow.
I think Bilbao are the best team left in the competition. When Bilbao played Roma early on, remember when you lot went out to Real Madrid in the playoff round? They played Roma. And I was like, I watched those two games. I was like, these two are the two best sides in the competition. But then again, I thought Lazio would be over the other side. They went out. But yeah, we're definitely what's the word I'm looking for? Definitely
favorite. You're not top favorites, but your opposition that you got to face is the most difficult.
Yeah. I said this to you last week. I lose it last week about it being. I think I look at it as the final, but I don't like stylistically how we match up with them. And they're a better side than Lyon, and they're a better side than Sociedad.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I'm pulling my hair out.
No, it's calm. It's calm.
It's calm for you. It ain't calm for me. You've seen me. You seen me on what the Lyon game did to me, man. That shit, but years on me don't do that.
I thought you were sub. for United on that day. Like, where's Flawless's ice pack? Why isn't he icing up after?
I played, man. Emotionally, I played that game. That's why. Physically, I wasn't there, but emotionally, I played that game with them.
So after obviously you do the watch line, do you ever kind of go back and then watch like the highlights again? And
watch them highlights again. 100%.
Okay. How did it hit watching it the second time?
Oh geez, like a plate of curry goat and rice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it hit like curry goat and rice.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? That's what it hit like.
That watch along, the replay value on that watch along. Oh my goodness. Viewers, if you haven't, listen, you need to subscribe. You need to know, you need to get all the notifications. Flawless will tell you on Twitter X where he's at, what he's doing. All right. Also, if you follow on the platforms, you get the notifications.
Yes.
If you missed it, I kid you not. If you missed it, you're having a bad day. The kids are irritating you. Maybe some of your messages are going unread. She's not returning your messages. If you just happen a bad day at work, you stubbed your toe. Just watch that watch along. Just put it on in the background. You'll hear the voices rise and low, and you'll know when to maybe run to the screen if you need to watch something. But just go back. It's priceless. It's worth the subscription. Go and do that. Flawless quality. That's quality content right there. And normally people kind of do all that promoting thing for a loss. This was a win. This was a win. Go out and check it out. It's absolutely priceless.
Shout out to Warrior J. He put the timestamp in the chat. The timestamp is in the chat, people.
Nice.
But I went through it. But in regards to it, yes, most Amarim win the competition. Yes.
Okay.
Do I personally think we win the competition? No. As much as the more I think about
Bilbao, you're the biggest club remaining in the competition.
Yes.
Yeah. So you must be winning.
Are we better than Bilbao in my opinion?
No. You're
so that doesn't. So the quality on the pitch don't matter. It's just size of club.
Have they been undefeated in Europe? Are they showing the form that you've been showing? No.
In Europe, yeah, they have been. Yeah.
They've been undefeated like you.
Not undefeated, but
no, they're not showing the same form. You're undefeated in this competition.
Who are we undefeated against?
You could only play who's in front of you.
Nobody. We ain't fought no one.
I don't want to hear you.
Because you're a boxing fan, so you'll get that. And so will boxing fans in the chat. We've seen many years. I've been watching boxing for years where boxers are champions and get criticized. Loaded Look said it against Calico. URL babies. For those that know about URL. It's not about how many fights you fought. It don't matter about how many fights you've had. It's who you fought. Battle raps like that too. You could have 100 battles. Who have you battled?
That's true.
That's what it is.
That's true.
We ain't beat. Who have we beat of? Who's actually? There's no one we've beat that I think finishes top 10 in the league, in the Prem.
Okay.
Isn't a side we've not faced a side who is better than.
Are you getting some bodies back? Are you gonna get some?
Ahmad will be back.
Ooh, come on, Flawless.
Yeah, Ahmad.
Come on.
That's a plus. I'm hoping he's back for next Thursday.
Yeah.
Ahmad, if Ahmad's fit and the manager's playing him, and Maino's playing,
there you go.
Increases our check, but I don't trust his manager to start him.
Oh no. Oh no, he shouldn't rush him back. He shouldn't rush him back. But
no, well, Maino's good because he's played.
Yeah.
But Ahmad's the one I look at. Hopefully he's on the bench Sunday.
Yeah, he doesn't always need to start, but if you have him available,
him for 20 minutes in Spain is good.
Yeah, he can do like a Doku thing, like come on and be instant impact, make a difference. You know what I mean? I respect that.
Just hopefully he does it more consistently than Doku. I won't pull my hair out. It is
now,
and that's where it lies. That's where my issue lies. But we'll see. Obviously, me and you will probably talk before that.
Oh, yeah, trust me. Oh yeah, we will.
Look at this guy, yo.
I'm
about to be stressed, yo.
Man, come on.
Man. Yeah, because you know that I cursed out someone, and even Sunshine was like, "Whoa," you know what I'm saying? It was Hoyland actually. And I don't know how many curse out players.
He
didn't jump for a header.
You're stressed.
Yeah, you didn't jump for a header. I think I called him a bitch. So he didn't jump for a header.
You know how ironic that is.
Well, guess what? I'm not paid thousands of pounds to do my job. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? I am not paid thousands of pounds. I am not a multi-millionaire off my job.
I hear it.
That's why me and you doing this here.
But it's relative, Flawless. It's relative.
We're not on inside the NBA. This ain't ESPN. If we're getting paid big bucks, we have to do a certain standard of job. If you are paid £100,000 to do a job, you better do it to all the best of your ability and apply yourself. Are you 6 foot plus and don't jump for a header? You think if I was playing for Manchester United, of course I'd jump for a header for Manchester United. It's Manchester United. What are we doing out here?
I got you.
I ain't no professional footballer.
I ain't gonna hate on that. I'm not gonna
hate on 80K a week, jump. So 80K. I lost it. Yeah, he's on 80K.
80K.
Yeah, it's his first big contract. That's why. He's young.
That's good money.
Rubbish. Hey, yeah, it's fucking fantastic money.
United. Not many players, not many have been a striker for Manchester United. That's a big deal. Well, Ahmad, okay.
Wow, shit. What are you saying? The 25th of May?
That's late. That's actually late then.
Nah, he's back training. He should be back before then, hopefully. The late 3rd of the 5th. Collier. What is this?
Before we talked, or the last time we talked, I said, hey, everything should be calm regardless of the Wolves result. I did say that, right? I said it doesn't matter.
It sounds like something you would say. So
I said it doesn't. Whatever happens.
I didn't watch the game. I watched that, and it seems like I didn't watch. I didn't.
Yeah, no need to watch that game. I'm saying everything is Europe.
Manager still on foolishness, but we move. Yeah, here we are. Yes, he said he'd rotate, and then didn't rotate.
Maybe he said how many days passed when he said he was going to rotate.
That night, you said it that day. So 2 days, because it would have been Thursday night, so Friday, Saturday. Because
you know what? I didn't even look at the bench. Did he have bodies like
no? It was all senior players.
On? Yeah, something came up. He must have realized I got to keep these guys sharp.
Yeah, keep him sharp because it's been working so far, keeping him sharp. Yeah.
I mean, it's been working.
It's clearly been working in Europe. That's what I'm saying. I'm in agreement with you. It's clearly been working, man.
Clearly. You know what's nice. If you guys, regardless of where you finish in the Prem, the expectations to have to improve are easy. You're definitely going to be better next season. Don't make that face. You know that. You know you're going to be better next season. There's no chance this manager being here for a full summer, getting his players, right? You're not going to be double digit near 17.
Hey, that's the words.
Listen, I'm not going to say you're going to finish third. I'm not going to do a madness like that. But I'm not going to say that you're going to be 17th. I'm not going to do that.
I didn't think it could get any worse after Ten Hag, and here we are.
Well, let me tell you, Flawless, things can improve. Look at the season that I had.
Oh, they can improve 100%. I ain't disputing that.
I was 1 in 13, 1 in 14.
When you said they can't get any worse, I'm not.
No. I'm saying it right now. Clip this up. You're not having a worse season next year with regards to league standings. Absolutely not. Absolutely no.
All right, so let's say
possible
we're
way.
performing as bad and we're on the same amount of points and similar stats, but the teams around us are just as like I get worse. So
Yeah,
we're
but the teams around you, maybe it's a lot of fighting because this year, look at the top 4, top 5. Look at how congested it is. There's a lot of fighting. Aston Villa, Newcastle, right? Chelsea. It's a lot of fighting. That might be the case next year where you're better in the standings, but maybe your point tally won't be as good. Possibly.
Our points tally better be freaking better. What are we talking about? It better be better.
Yeah, it has to be better.
I'm just. Do I think we improve? Yes, but I'm not just going out on a statement on a whim like you and saying it can't get any worse.
No, it can't get worse. I'm saying it. It can't get worse.
Cool. I'm not even going to dispute on that. I'm just saying personally, I'm not going to say that. I made that mistake once. I ain't doing that again. So yeah.
Wait, when did you make that mistake?
When Amarim came in.
When he came in, you said, "Oh wow."
Yes.
Wow.
This is awful. We can't get any worse. We can't go from awful to diabolical.
You know, you say that with regards to young players too. You say that too. Like, just play the young players. It can't get any worse.
Facts, and I've been proven right on that instance. Because every time he's played a youth player, it's worked out. He's not performed worse than the players in front of him.
Okay.
Fredrickson played against Wolves centre back. Played better than your boy Maguire and played better than Lindelof. So why not play him earlier on? Heaven, when he's played, has played better than both of those two.
Heaven playing for the Red Devils. That doesn't work, man.
Yeah, it's man. You know what I'm saying? Heaven, when not Heaven, Collier when he's played well. Chino in his limited time has played well. Amas has played a couple games. So
all right,
maybe it is because you can't get worse than somebody. You can't get worse than 1 goal in 27 games. Can't get worse than that.
Yeah, I hear it.
You can't.
You know what?
You can equal it. It could be just as bad, but you can't get worse.
I had a similar moment this season. I was 1-13, 1-14.
Yeah.
I was way off.
When I say 1, no, he was 1-2. Hoyland was 1 goal.
Yeah, I know.
7 games, not 1-13
I
as
know.
a team.
I know.
Oh yeah, we know you lot were struggling. But this league,
as bad as we are, have you seen where we are in the standings lately?
Yeah, it tells you the quality of the league.
No, it tells you the quality of Manchester City, the never die, the never give up, the always
you have
fight
quality though.
Yeah.
That's why I said you lot will be fine. Everyone was talking about Pep being sacked and all this rubbish and I was like, City will be fine.
Yeah,
they have enough quality there. Unfortunately,
you know what some rivals are trying to take shots at, like the fact that City don't want to lax. City don't want to chill and just we'll finish top 4, top 5. No, if we have a chance to finish 3rd, if we have a chance to even finish 2nd, we will do that. We play every game. We play 1 game at a time, but we play every game to try and win. And I'm really happy. I say this all the time. I'm really happy to see the fight that I'm seeing. I mean, I know it took Pep a while to kind of figure out who to trust, who not to, who to really include with regards to the instructions. And one thing that I want to say, right? I for the City fans that kind of tune in, catch this either live or on the replay. Everyone's complaining about why is Pep playing the old guys? They're calling them uncles, pensioners. Like this rude description for players that have come here and given us the Centurions, given us the Formidables, given us the trouble, given us the disrespect. The reason why, let me just say this, the reason why Pep is trusting those players and you're calling them the old players is because he knows he can start them, and if he sees something happening on the pitch, he can adjust it, as opposed to having to bring on a player and saying, here are new instructions, here are what I want you to do. He can have Bernardo Silva, who's everyone's telling me he's done, he's past it. He can have Bernardo play right wing and be like, you know what, Bernardo? Kostanov's, he's having a tough game. Let's remember the Chelsea debut that he had. Kostanov's having a tough game. You know what? Bernardo moves from right wing and then kind of helps and partners in a double pivot with regards to the midfield. Just like that. Bernardo Silva was started in this game. Many expected, he's going to maybe play right wing. He's play advanced. He had him play more in the midfield centrally. He can have KDB on occasions play a false 9, then play in the midfield, then on occasion play right wing just to whip some passes in. That's why Pep is trusting these players. Gundogan, yes, I know he doesn't have the legs to be a true 8, but he can ghost in the middle. He can ghost in that box and get some of these late surges in, quote unquote, like what Lampard used to do, and get some shots off. That's the versatility that he doesn't quite have, or the trust that he doesn't quite have in the young players. Can they get there? Yes. Can they give him legs, run up and down the pitch like a chicken with the head cut off? Yeah, that's easy. But if he wants to play systematic, if he wants to actually play chess, which he happens to do in these games, he needs the old and the new. My man is going to cook again. And all you City fans that were doubting him, cool. I took my receipts. I'm calm. I know that when it's going to be battle time, I know that when that flood of competition, that flood of heat, that flood of hatred, I know who's going to stick around. I know who I'm going to trust to get onto the arc. I know who's going to be on my Manchester City arc to deal with this. I know they're going to have to get washed away. I seen it. That's what we live. That's what this season has proven to me. It's proven to me, and I say this all the time, it's proven to me who the warriors are. And it's proven to me who the worriers are, who the doubters are. Listen, we just came out of Easter weekend, right? Good Friday, good Monday. When you want to think about some things biblical, right? And before anyone kills me in the chat, I'm not saying that Pep is some type of disciple or prophet. But everyone doubts leadership, right? The man that had to be resurrected was douded. Doubting happens. Doubting's calm. I'm cool with it. I'm calm with it. I knew Pep was going to be doubted.
You should have been a preacher somewhere, man. I'm telling you. Go on, carry on. You missed your calling, man. Go on.
I can't, man. I can't.
You're a man of the people. That's why I get it.
Yeah. And, yeah. Well, just like you know. The female flesh is very tempting to me. I could never been a preacher. But I'm gonna say this: everyone gets doubted. So when they were doubting Pep like this, I was like, you know what? Okay, I get it. You're waiting, or you just didn't have the stomach to deal with it. Next season is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm seeing United fans all giddy about potential signings, thinking about next season. Season's not over. I get it. I'm the same way. I'm giddy for next year in terms of. Let me get Rodri back, seeing him on the sideline, talking with Haaland. Let me get Haaland back healthy again, because I know next season is going to be a madness, because the club's going to learn to be healthier, to manage these players. And we got an influx. We got an influx of some young talent. And the rumors, because the transfer rumors are heavy over at United, the transfer rumors are heavy over at City as well. Now, whether we get this Florian Wirtz, I don't know.
Yeah, last thing you don't need to get is Wirtz.
No, it's not the last thing. It's the first thing. No, it's good for the Prem. Come on, Flawless. Come on. No. Put your hate hat down.
Oh yeah, it's great for the Prem. I can admit that, but we know that it's great for the Prem.
Okay,
so you called me. You said I'm at the haters ball. It's always hate.
Oh yeah. Prime.
The last thing I need you lot. That's a compliment. When I say I don't want to see Wirtz at Manchester City, that means I think he's a quality player. You don't want to see at Manchester City, your boy Jeremy. But carry on as you were.
I'm saying we need those signings though, because again, I need to American football, the stiff arm, right? That's when you kind of block a player from getting to you. I need to give the stiff arm to Liverpool. We don't want Liverpool getting 21. Right, Flawless? Come on.
I don't want Liverpool getting 21. I don't want you lot getting, what is it? Would it be 10 for you lot? Is it 10?
What? No, we're already double digits. We're double digits.
So you're 11. It'd be 11.
It'll be 11. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want you getting 11.
No. But Arsenal got 13. You don't want Arsenal getting 14.
I don't want Arsenal getting.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, we'll handle it. We'll keep
you handle it. This is your business. This guy not involved.
You're involved. You're not gonna let any of them get the double on you this season, or next season, I should say. And then
you do all right in Big Six games. It seems. Sorry, go on.
Hey, there we go. So Amarin, Big Six games, he represents Europe. He represents good. That's 2/3 of what you want done from a manager with regards to competition. Now, obviously, he needs to go further in the cup competitions, which Erik ten Hag was very good at. But we'll see what Amarin does in Europa. Domestically, he'll have to deal with that next season. I'm just saying, I like how we're both optimistic with regards to next year. I like the rumors that we're all hearing about next year.
You optimistic? I'm still. Let's see. Optimism is the run. I'm cautious. That's what I say. I'm cautious. That's where I'm at with Manchester United. I like what I'm seeing so far, but Cunha's not done. I'm keeping my feet on the ground with this one because I'm a big fan of his.
Who else is in for Cunha? Who are you competing with?
According to reports, Newcastle.
Ooh.
Who else? Newcastle.
Please don't tell me. I mean, Chelsea's normally.
I think Chelsea are one.
Yeah, of course.
I think maybe Arsenal. I want to.
Oh, that'd be a good signing too.
Yeah, like just put it this way.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Even
yeah.
even here it's saying, look, Manchester United maintain optimism for Cunha as the club feels he really wants to move. Champions League football not expected to be a factor with Cunha keen on the move, as Manchester United would be ready to pay the 62.5 million in installments if Wolves approve. Talks continue. That's from Fabrizio Romano. But he tweeted previously as well about other clubs being interested in him. That's why we want to get ahead of it and do it early. But I'm just like, get over the line. But yeah, he might not end up here. And I'd be very, very disappointed about that.
Yeah, you'll have an option B, option C. I'm sure you'll.
Yeah. And you know what? I do trust the option, but he would be number one.
Yeah.
There we go. So this is from the betting sites: United, Aston Villa, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Newcastle, and Manchester City. See, there's a lot of teams in for him, and he improves them all. So
I mean, he's prem proven, so he should have a lot of suitors. That makes a lot of sense.
That's what I'm saying. And same with Delap. It's kind of like, okay, cool, but it's getting the deals over the line. Who else do we get, and who do we sell?
Okay, all right.
That's where I'm at with it.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
I'm just like what I'm seeing so far, but you never get ahead of yourself, man.
Nah, I mean,
and plus we still got a season to consider. My mind's still there.
Yeah, of course, you gotta. Yeah, you still gotta think.
My mind's still on the season, and I'm still
not the prem season, the Europa season.
Prem season's been done.
Yeah,
Europa. Yeah. When I say the season, I'm talking about Europa.
I got you.
Like I'm still pissed at what I've seen so far. That's what it is.
Wait, what? Wait, what? I don't get it. What? You're undefeated. You're
not the Europa League. I'm talking about the season overall. Saying the season.
Yeah, sometimes you get seasons like that. Look what's happening over here at Manchester. It's one of those. Maybe Manchester is just one of those. You know what I mean? Things aren't that good over in Manchester.
I was talking about rich broke. We not the same broke. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, we not the same. It's not the same.
We're not rich broke. What do you?
No. I'm saying because I was saying before about being rich broke, and you're saying, we're living the same struggle. No, we're not. We're
both having we're both having a bad year.
Bad season, yes, but we're having a diabolical one. You're having a bad one. There's a huge difference.
Now hold on.
Yours has been bad.
You win Europa.
Yes.
Me winning FA.
Yeah.
You got a better cup.
Yes.
Me obviously finishing top 4. You out of top 4. So overall better season. Yeah, I'd have a better season. You got the better trophy.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear it.
But we finished. Yeah,
listen, look, you winning Europa, and look at all the other clubs that are going to be trophyless. You know what I mean? Outside of the
man, your boy Arteta. I hear it, man. I get it.
Arteta,
my bad. He's not your boy anymore.
Arteta's doing an excellent job as a person that's just observing, right? Just observing.
He's got it spot on, man. Like he got to win that cup. Like we're talking about Amarim having to win Europa. He has to win that Champions League.
You know what? He's doing a poor job with how he's performing in the Prem because he's adding more pressure onto himself.
Yes.
If he was still getting results in the Prem and obviously making his way through Champions League, things would be calm. But a manager that's not able to show that he can be in multiple competitions, it's not like you're not going to get the fan base supporting him. And that's where I was like, you know what? Again, he's not my manager. He came from Manchester City, assistant coach and assistant manager and all that stuff.
Yeah, I forgot. But, you don't know boys no more. I hear it.
But I'm like, Arteta, I mean, I'm quick to point out the negatives and the positives, but you're not helping me here if you're not holding your end of the bargain with regards to the Prem. You're gonna have Tony, right? You're gonna have TJ, who are already Arteta out, but they're Arteta out and hoping to win Champions League. Like,
they thinking the champs is on its way. Them two done.
Yeah, they think a manager that they've been crashing on all year long
because you want to be wrong about it.
No.
I'd love to be wrong about my team and my club. Love to be.
No. But here's the thing. We do our calculations. Yes. We look at things and assess things. We say what we believe based off of the facts that we collect.
Yes.
It's, in my opinion, idiotic, moronic, silly, maybe possibly stupid to assess the manager to be one thing and then hope for him to be something else. Like,
you can be hope to be wrong though.
But how much evidence do you take before making an opinion? So many of them said he is not good enough to win.
Yes.
So when you take in all that evidence to say and to with chest say he is not good enough, I want him out.
Yeah.
Then to say, you know what, I'm gonna wait it out and see whether he wins it or not. Because if you've taken that evidence, your evidence should be like he's clearly not going to win this.
Yeah, he's not. And some of them they're more skeptical of getting past PSG in the semi-final. But you want to be wrong about it. If Arteta wins the Champions League, which is not happening, by the way, he's not winning the Champions League. Okay, you can. You know what? We'll get to that in a second. I'm telling you right now. Clip this. Arsenal are not winning the Champions League. Been saying this. If he wins the Champions League, I'll be like, hey, I called it wrong. Props to Arteta. I didn't think you had the quality to do this. I hold my hands up and say, hey, I was wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. I call more things wrong than I call right. It's
That's
not
a
really
big wrong, though. That's a
that big of it. Yeah, it's a bit. I get. This is why I don't work in the sport.
No.
Why am I fan with an opinion?
You do work in the sport. You have your channel. Your channel.
No, I don't work within the football club. Then should I say? Or work
not yet
for a football club.
Yeah, not yet, and not with. And if you continue to have bad takes like that, you're not.
They ain't never hiring me, and I wouldn't want to anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Flawless. Hold on. No.
What?
The future is vast. Many things can happen, right? There's, I'm sure this happened over in the UK, like whole underground radio. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
there's going to be a portion where it's going to be like that underground content. We're actually seeing it. We're seeing like Talk Sport. We're seeing all these that are actually taking elements. Yeah, so I'm just saying.
That's not working for the club though. That's working for radio. That's calm. That's a whole different conversation.
Don't be surprised. I mean, you're hearing it here first.
Go on.
Don't be surprised if there ends up being like a subculture from a club standpoint that's investing in quote unquote underground radio or underground YouTube. I think they're going to recognize that, you know what, we want to tie in with a fan like Flawless that has his channel and has his perspective. Don't be surprised. They
ain't gonna tie with me. I don't fit they ain't gonna come get me. Too opinionated. Okay. Tell you this now. They ain't coming to get me. I'm too opinionated. They ain't gonna get someone who's pro and positive about 95% of things. They don't want real. That's all clubs. They don't want real.
I hear you on that.
They don't want real. That's why I don't worry about it. But in regards to the take, if I call it wrong and I get awfully wrong, I hold
that's
my
a big wrong though. That's a big wrong. Like the crashings of you being wrong on that are going to last a really long time.
That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's the way this goes.
You think you can deal with that?
Deal with what? People telling me I was wrong. Yes.
You wrong. Okay.
Yes.
You can.
Can I deal with that?
Are you sure?
You know what's worse than me being wrong about it? Arsenal winning the fucking Champions League. That's the worst part about it. That's what's tough to deal with, you joke, man. You think I'm gonna have an issue with people saying you called it wrong, Arteta's this and that? That's calm. It's them singing champions of your. I don't need them with that.
I want to tie back in and just make sure. Are you still thinking that they get past PSG and it's the final that they lose?
Yeah. I think
after you saw how they played in Crystal Palace, you still think
today that nothing in the Premier League can change my mind on that.
For real?
Yeah, and there's not anything in it. If they would have battered Palace, I wouldn't be like, yeah, they're gonna go win the champ. So if they would have lost,
no. I mean, with regards to PSG, with regards to getting past PSG.
Oh yeah, I just think stylistically they match up against PSG very well.
Okay.
That's what the problem is.
I'm watching these games and I'm seeing. You know when you play, because I saw this with my club, when you play a little apprehensive, like the 50-50s, you're kind of a second late, you know what I mean? I can see how that can affect to when now you have to play that game. And I think these players, Arteta's got to do a better job in terms of keeping this intensity and keeping the quality, because if they go in, I mean, the difference is PSG, they're chill. Yes. PSG they got the league locked up, but they're winners. Like it's a different energy. They're winning that league. Arsenal are going to have so much on them because without champs, there's nothing. There's no trophy for them. So Arteta's got to do a better job to keep these guys playing intense. So I didn't like what I saw versus Crystal Palace. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch the full 90. I had to in and out of work and stuff. But I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch their next game before Champions League. Like,
now they don't have one. The next game is the champs.
The next game's champs.
Yeah, because they don't play weekend because it's FA Cup. Because Palace are involved. That's why they played today.
First legs where? First legs at the Emirates?
First legs in the Emirates. At the Emirates.
Okay, they're lucky with that one. Hey, yikes.
No Partey for them.
That first leg might be the decider.
Yeah, definitely. I just see them taking the lead. I can see them winning 2-0. I don't rate PSG like that. Midfield, yes. Really? Their midfield is top quality. But them two jokers they got up top, I don't rate.
They don't play again until champs.
Yeah, they play. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Wednesday. I'll double check now.
Ooh, I don't know.
Trust me, I want to be here. Here's the thing when you're talking about opinions and being this is something I want to be wrong about. They play Tuesday. I want to be wrong about this. I want PSG to knock them out. So I'm happy. The thing is, I'm just give my honest opinion. I don't tell you what I want to happen. I tell you what I think is gonna happen.
I hear it.
I push my personal biases and what I want from a United fan perspective to the side. I want them to go out to PSG. Yes. Everything. I'd give up Europa League to see them get knocked out of that competition. However, do I think they get past PSG? Yes, I do. 100%. Give up Europa League in a heartbeat. I'll take that deal right now. Someone said, right, you're going to lose the Europa League semi-final, but Arsenal go out the champs. Yeah, deal.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 100%. I'll take that deal. 100%.
Oh, you're terrible.
Yeah, I'll take that deal.
You acting like you're never going to win another champs.
I don't. Again, this is what you miss.
Let them get their one chance. You'll get another one.
Oh, it's not about us having more than them. I don't want them to have anything. Leeds just got promoted.
Yeah, you're the ultimate
Chances are they probably going to get relegated. Do I want Leeds in the Premier League? No.
You are an ultimate hater.
100%
listen,
rival. You know the definition of rival. What we
I do. Right,
but what? So why do I want my rivals to pick up the biggest European trophy?
You're already better than your rivals with regards to.
I don't care about being better. I want them as terrible and as miserable as possible. I want them to have no success. The fact that you lot got one annoys me.
Hey, the way we got ours, though, I'm telling you, it's listen. I gotta go real quick. I'll be back.
Yeah,
winning a champs special. It's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, it's super special.
Winning a double, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's super special.
Winning a treble, listen, flawless. Only you and I can relate to that. All you other bums in the chat, you guys don't know. But winning the Champions League in that fashion, if Arsenal go off to do it, okay, yeah, they won the Champions League. That's great. You didn't win the double. You definitely didn't win the treble. It just hits different.
Yeah, of course that does, but they still gonna celebrate because they've been mocked about that for years.
Yeah, deservingly so.
Not deservedly so. Like I talking to, because I've spoken just in this space talking to Arsenal fans. Just the sheer thought of them potentially winning the Champions League brings them great joy. Like Don C's not stopped smiling since that.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's the love. That's the love that they they're conflicted because I got this love for the Champions League and Arteta's the one to give me the Champions League and I didn't think he was good enough to do it.
They don't care. Like the ones who don't like Arteta want him to win the competition. Don C has not stopped smiling since the first leg.
Crazy.
Yeah, it'll be back shortly, people. Don't worry about that. Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Big up to Daniel. Appreciate it. Says, as a Spurs fan, I respect Flawless. Big up. Appreciate it, man. Nothing but respect. Nothing but respect for you, Daniel. Everyone in the chat, whether we agree, disagree, it's always respect. No matter who you support. Even if I dislike your team, I respect you. But big up to you, Daniel. You know, everyone knows, man. I got a lot of time for Spurs, man. If United don't win Europa League, I want Spurs to as well. And to get back to this, actually, before I do, you lot continue to run up the likes and get your questions in as well. We're going to close out in like the next 10, 15 minutes or so. Delap, Kunyu, a complete thoughts. Do you need another? Yeah, so I answered this about another attacker instead of Delap. No, it's an addition. I don't think instead of. I think it's an addition. I would have preferred Osimhen, like I said, for someone who's more seasoned, who's been at a higher level, won a Serie A title, played in Serie A at a high level, been in the Champions League latter stages as well. But I'm not mad at Delap whatsoever. Whether it was Delap, Osimhen, Mateo, I was cool with all three of them. I had my options in regards to 1, 2, and 3, but I don't really have any issue. And also, price point is key as well. I think Delap at 30 million is a great price point. Won't be on big wages either. So if you do go get an Osherman, it can be, why can't it be them two? Why can't it be both? If Osherman does indeed become available, but I don't think we're going in for Osherman. It's going to be Cunha, Delap, and one other. Probably Maino. I like that front three. It's a front three. I think Creighton scores goals. Well, I think Cunha definitely gets minimum 15 league goals. Delap's on 12 to 13. He's 12 or 13 now for Ipswich. So there's no reason he can't come here and get 15. Maino, if he plays week in, week out often, that's 10. And then that's excluding a Xerxes, you can also play in the 10. Bruno may play there, even though I think he'll play Bruno central midfield. Bruno's going to get you like 10. Ahmad will chip in. Xerxes will chip in. Who else? Casemiro, if he's still here. And the defenders get whatever they get. So it's much, much better. That's what I'd say. Much, much, much better on paper. If that's two of our front three with Maino, I like that. And then you add in Ahmad, you add in Bruno, you add in Dorgu. That's an attack, like I said, that I can trust. I can look at it and go, okay, you're going to create and score goals. I can actually say, hey, we may crack 60 league goals this season. We may crack it. If we may crack 60 league goals this season. So, yeah, hope that answered your question, Warrior J. Hey, Samurai, too kind, man. Appreciate the super chat. Big up. Much love for that. He says, big up, Flawless. Big up the chat. Great show as always. Much appreciated. Like Veda said at the start of the show, the reason why you got this today rather than yesterday, Veda had some stuff to sort out. So that's why you didn't get the show. But keep a lookout on the schedule because with the NBA playoffs, things will move around and stuff of that nature. That's all. Let's see what else you are saying in the chat as well. Oh, Leeds are talking about firing their manager. I'm with it. But yeah, with Manchester United, it's good steps. But first and foremost, let's get them deals over the line. Get them deals over the line. Get them deals sorted and then build from there because we still need a goalkeeper. That goes without saying. And we still need two central midfielders as well. Bruno's going to play. So you're going to have to go and get someone to play alongside Bruno. What profile we go and get? I don't know, but we're going to need to because Eriksen's going to leave. So you have to replace him. Casemiro could leave. So that leaves you with literally Agate, Bruno, and Collier. So you have three central midfielders. Two of them being senior, and Bruno's not even an orthodox.
What's happening to Mount?
Say again?
What's happening to Mount?
Who?
Mason
Mount.
Yeah.
Normally he plays one, he's always injured, and two, he plays in the front three more often than not. He'll be a part of one of the 10s, but he can't stay fit. Mount's done. People just don't know it yet. Mount's done to me in terms of I don't rate him at all, but injury-wise. The fact the manager rates him is worrying.
Did you rate him before? Did you rate what he did at Chelsea?
No, he's bang average.
Damn.
At his best, he's good.
Okay.
But overall, his level is average. He'll go out there, work hard, cover ground, technically okay, gives his all, heart on the sleeve, never shirks a tackle. But none.
Yeah, he's one of your English model players. Like he's there for the.
He's like the role model when you say for academy players. Like, what do you want to be like?
Yeah,
like that's what it is. Like he'll put in 100. You know, he puts in 110% effort in training. Never in trouble. Model professional. Dieting will always be in shape. All of that stuff.
Which player do they tend to show mostly wearing the kit? Like who promotes the kits?
Normally before he left, it was Rashford.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it was normally dudes before Rashford.
Okay.
And to Warrior J says, wait, I thought you don't want Bruno in the squad next season. Of course I don't want Bruno starting, but he's going to start him. So that's why I include him. He's going to be one of those central midfield spots. Because we're going to sign, if we sign Delap or Cunha, we're looking at a 10 and a 9. So that's a 10, that's a 9. Maino.
Bruno can cook. Bruno can cook, man. I think you can replicate his first season. You don't think he still has that?
Because I don't think he can because I think he's going to play in a deeper role, so I don't think he's going to be getting forward as much. He's not going to have a free role like that. That's why it's key who the central midfielder is we get alongside him. I don't know what we're going to do, though. But we're going to sign. We need to sign at least two. So you get two central midfielders.
Who can run.
Keeping it is. Oh, yeah, definitely. We need to add some. That's one thing that Delap and Cunha both add to this is athleticism.
Yeah.
They had some pace, some power, some strength. Dorgu did the same as well. And that's another thing. I look at Cunha on that left-hand side and Dorgu overlapping. I like that a lot. Finally, some athleticism. You got Ahmad over the right hand side. Some foot speed, man. Some runners. Jesus, out here built like we just got marathon runners and speed walkers. It's like, nah, we need to switch that up, especially in this league. That's what it is.
Listen,
it's crazy.
I want to say this because it's been a long season. I know you often say like end the season already, right? Let's wrap this up. I still have a lot to play for.
You got FA Cup. Actually, before we get to that though, thoughts on the win against Villa, because we ain't really got into.
No, we didn't. You know what? We didn't really talk about that properly.
The floor's yours.
Listen, I don't like Rashford because he's a United player. I know he's on loan right now, but I don't like Rashford because of that. But I've always rated him. Right? I like the player coming through the academy. I remember what he did for you guys. What, like back injury or spasms or whatever, still playing hurt. He always seems to be ready to play versus City, obviously because of the derby. But he almost had us down 1-0 in less than a minute. Yes, he had Diaz all twisted up, but I was like, oh my, thank goodness it went off the post. And we kind of calmed down, we settled down. Where the goals came from for us. And I mean, I spoke earlier with Pep and his decisions with the 11 and what we're doing. Pep, honestly, out there is trying to see, okay, how are you defending me? Like when you see the ball at our keeper's foot, like Ortega now because Ederson's hurt, and you can see that he's just the keeper's just holding the ball, and he's like, okay, where's the press coming from, or how are you guys? Because I wish the TV showed where the players were, like whether it was like 1-4. Whether it was 2-4-4, like how are they were defending in terms of setting up. That's what the keeper's doing when they stand over the ball like that. And I think Pep decides on the 11 because he's like, okay, this is how you're defending me. Okay, this is how you're attacking me. I can move my KDB who knows my system in and out. I can move a Gunnigan and say, you know what, I want you to play a little deeper now. Later in the game, I want you a little further up. Bernard, this is why he makes all those decisions. But the way we adjusted in that game, because it was never going to be an easy one. It was never going to be an easy game. We scored, and that first goal came from quote unquote an unk, came from one of the older players, the players that's washed, right? Bernardo did his damn thing, and he did his damn thing the game before as well, because he directed where Nunes was to go, who gave in that cross for us to get that winner with O'Reilly a game ago. But Bernardo involved again, giving us that 1-goal lead. Rashford obviously did his thing with a penalty, which I thought was a little soft in my opinion. Thought it was a soft pen. It was a pen because he prevented a player from advancing and staying within the 18-yard box. But I thought it was really soft, and Diaz should have done a better job in terms of putting the brakes on and not even allowing that player to drag his feet a little bit and make contact. But I really wasn't doubting that we were going to win the game. I didn't expect it to be that late. I was like, okay, no, we
knew the goal was coming.
Yeah, I was like, we're going to get a goal. Where it's coming from, I don't know. When Doku came on, and listen, over on the playback, y'all know, once Doku came on, I was doing we about to get something here. And he didn't hesitate. Doku is instant energy. Instant. And I think because of how intense he plays, and again, he doesn't shy away from the contact either. He's going to skate past you, and if you drag out a leg there, you hit him. Unfortunately, he takes some of these hits. I think most of them are muscular injuries that keeps him out, but he'll get stronger. He'll be all right. He was cooking. And I was like, you know what? For the league gunners out there that says Doku can't cook nothing but salmonella. See, I cook my food, so I don't even know what salmonella. I can't even say it. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Doku was cooking from the very minute he got on that pitch. And that replay, that highlight, watch it. Take a second. I tweeted this. I didn't at flawless on this, right? You know what I mean? With regards to Doku, because last time I did, he was like, "Oh, you happen to at me with regards to Doku. What do you want to say?"
Yeah, because he ain't done nothing since, but we move,
It's not. No, that's actually not true. That's not true. No, it's not true. If you're just gonna look for G and A and say he hasn't done
I'm
anything,
talking good performances. What good performances is
yeah,
that?
well, no, he's been
Spurs. Was it Spurs? You
every time he's been subbed on. Every time he's been subbed on, instant.
Oh yeah, because he's energy. That's why, man. He's pace and power. He'll run around and be bright and be busy.
Stop it. But listen, when he came on, because I'm not gonna let you step on this. When he came on and he was cooking, and he got that assist. And if you go back and watch the highlight, all right, go back and watch that highlight. Rivals, take a second. If you're following me on Twitter X, you know what? I'll do a repost.
Make sure you follow Veta people.
Yeah, make sure you do this. But look, because Nunez, who's under a lot of scrutiny, who gets questioned often, why is Pep playing him? Pep said he wasn't good enough to play in the midfield. Pep had him playing out at left wing. Pep's now got him playing every other game at right back. This player that's been questioned, been challenged by the manager, he's showing why I'm happy he's wearing the badge, because he's playing for the club. He's fighting for it, even with all the criticism that's coming from City fans, as well as a challenge that's coming from the manager. Nunez raises his hand. Doku's over there cooking on that left-hand side. Nunez raises his hand because he trusts that Doku's going to see him. He raises his hand. That Travella pass from Doku gets past everybody. I'm surprised was it Marmoush? Maybe it was Gundogan. Wasn't able to get on the end of it. But Nunez, arriving late, calm, cool, and collected, puts that ball away and celebrated like he knew how important that game was. If you also had any doubt about this manager not being committed anymore, not being up for it, kind of being tired with all the winning, wants to move on, look at the manager's reaction. The man wants it. He's not done. He ain't tired. He's not going to give some bogus, I'm moving on. He's not going to say something about, or he's not going to go back on his word, because I know a manager that said, these multi-club models, I don't agree with them. They're trash. Only to go and get a job over there, only to then be rumored about possibly coming back to management. That rumor's got legs, by the way.
Oh, you reckon
that
he's going
rumor's
Madrid?
Got legs, by the way. Klopp.
You reckon he's going Madrid?
Klopp at Madrid's a real possibility.
Oh.
A real possibility. So, listen, let's see where Trent ends up. We'll talk about it. Well, actually, we'll talk next show, because unfortunately I got to drop.
Yeah, no stress, man.
Watch Nunez raise his hand. Watch Doku spot him out. Right? This can't get past the first defender. This he just kicks it in blindly.
Yeah, literally, his stats tell you that.
No, his stats tell you that there's the synergy between the players and him hasn't happened yet. I'll be the first to admit, I think Holland missed on how to best read what Doku does. If Doku goes past him, hey, watch the cutback.
And that's the best to get out of him, actually, is off the bench. And when you lot sign Wirtz or someone else, that's where he's going to be. But yeah, we move. Because Haaland going to play, Mamouche going to play, Wirtz going to play. So he's going to be on the bench.
We're gonna see a departure. We're gonna see a departure of Gundogan, which I think Marmouche is gonna start occupying that role. We're gonna see the departure of KDB, which I think Florian's gonna now occupy. Obviously, Haaland's gonna be a man up top, and then we got my man Doku out there on the left.
One of them's playing out wide. There's no way you're going Rodri, Wirtz, and Mamouche as a midfield trio. It's not happening.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not doing that.
Hold on. I can have Wirtz, I can have Rodri, and I can have another midfield. I can have another midfielder, and then I just
don't think he goes there. I think that's too lightweight. I don't think he goes with that.
Okay.
I rate them three players highly. Don't get that missed.
Of course. Ballon d'Or. You got to.
I rate those three highly. So when you're a hater, it's like, I give credit. I just don't.
Yeah, you are a hater, but yeah,
one of them's playing out wide. But yeah, I hate. I'm open and honest with my hate. I don't let it affect my judgment. Just because I want to see you do bad. How does it affect my judgment? How?
Because the hate is real. The hate's strong.
Yeah, it is. But I still credit you where credit's due.
Yeah, but you undercredit. You mean you do give credit?
You don't undercredit.
No, your credit's kind of like just the way my man in the chat. You're like kind of big up Doku makes it better. You just brush it aside. Listen,
I didn't want that back and forth.
I would say this. Listen, because we do intelligent agendas. I'm gonna tell you guys my next game, because I'm gonna have to bounce. My next game is against Forest. I need that. Forest needs it obviously as well, right? Forest are under pressure right now. I'm third in the league. Forest have been third in the league for such a long time. Now they hear the footsteps. You know what I mean? They those scary movies. It's Jason. You're sprinting. Jason's just walking. I'm walking this down. Top 4, top 5, top 3. I'm walking this down. Let me also focus on Forest. Get this FA Cup. It's going to be a fight. I know that. And
scoreline prediction for that.
I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna be in the chat and give you a proper scoreline. But I'm gonna say a win.
Make sure you are, because you lost Sunday, so make sure you are.
Yeah, I'll be there. Can't keep a clean sheet. I'm gonna say 2-1.
2-1 Forest.
2-1.
Let's go.
No. FA Cup is mine, man. FA Cup semifinal.
You winning the FA Cup?
Semifinal. Yeah? Let me talk first. Semifinal. Let me relax. All right. Semifinal, beating Forest, and then we move from there. Then we deal with what's next.
Probably be Villa, to be honest.
Might be. It could be Crystal Palace as well.
I pick Villa over Palace. Oh, if it's Palace, you lot winning. You lot beat Palace.
Crystal Palace might be tough because they saw us slap them up, so they're going to be motivated to not let that happen again.
Lord of mercy.
We did slap them.
You did know I'm talking about them being motivated, not about you. You did slap them.
They're going to be motivated. We slapped them.
Motivation hype. Yeah. Theo, if you get top 4 and win FA Cup, how would you rate the season out of 10? And thoughts on Nico O'Reilly at left back? Are you surprised with his performances?
Ooh, Warrior J always with the great questions. I'm gonna say this: to rate it. See, I'm old school. I like my trophies. You know what I mean? To rate it, I'm gonna still give it maybe like a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because it's an FA Cup. If it happened to be, a prem's a prem. 7.5 out of 10 because of how we finished, not so much the entire season, but because of how we finished. With regards to Nico O'Reilly, listen, if this was any other fan base, you know, the obnoxious, loud, braggadocious, always doing the promo. No fans, man. It's all good. No, stop it. We do have fans. We're just respectful.
We've seen them empty seats. See what I'm saying on Tuesday.
Oh, we're going to do the empty seats? Listen, this fan base, let me talk about my Manchester City fan base because we're real ones over there. I'm not over there across the pond, but I got real ones that are choosing to want to change something at the club and doing a proper protest by not putting butts in the seats, not giving again money to these owners for the problems that they see happening to continue to happen. They made a choice. I'm not sitting in those stands because I want things to change with regards to ticket prices and how you're treating the fans. I respect it. Y'all rivals go, oh, look at City. They got no fans. They got nobody in the seats. Yeah, you know what? We got integrity and we're trying to change something through protest.
I respect some of y'all rivals. Ticket prices. You lot been doing it for about 20 years. But sorry, go on, carry on as you.
Yeah, we got to fight. We got to fight with these ticket prices because the hike's been a little crazy, and I kind of get that. Price of living is different for people out there. Rico O'Reilly, with regards to promo, which Flawless got me off track with. Nico O'Reilly, my breakthrough player. Listen, if it was anywhere else, if this was Liverpool, if this was Arsenal, they'd talk about, oh, look at this youngster. Oh, he's so promising. He should be called up to the international team. Nico O'Reilly, quality, playing out of position. Man's a midfielder. Pep has this weird thing. I've said this a few times. Pep loves midfielders playing left back. He did it with Fabian Delph. He did it with Zinchenko. He did this with Sergio Gomez. He loves to put midfielders at left back for whatever reason. And Nico O'Reilly is the latest addition. He's absolutely great. I believe he's 6'3", so he's a big player. The versatility that he's showing, great. His nose for goal, crashing into that 18-yard box, hey, it's paying dividends. I'm praising him tremendously. My academy, I'm pollinating this league. I got rumors that Delap's going to end up over at United. We just develop quality. So
you do
Nico
actually.
O'Reilly. Oh yeah,
you do.
Yeah. We do.
Nah, I'll give you credit to do the fact that you let it go is crazy, but here we are.
Oh, we can't hold on to everything. And again, I ain't a greedy man.
And then you get left with open, but here we are.
Oh my God. Listen, bless everybody in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe. You know this man Flawless is gonna have more content for you. I'm gonna catch you guys. Obviously, I'm gonna jump into his channel and catch you guys in the chat. But bless Flawless. The battles will continue.
Of
The
course.
agendas will continue.
This was quite mild for us too, actually.
Yeah. This one's a calm one. This was kind
because there ain't really no issues. I think we both just season winding down type of thing.
And I took it easy on Arsenal and Liverpool. That conversation is going to happen a little later.
Yeah, we got all summer.
Yeah.
We got all summer. We do have all summer for those two jokers. But you lot, make sure you subscribe to Veta Games TV. The link is in the title. Veta Games TV. Click the link in the title. Go subscribe to Veta. You can find all the socials through there as well. Veta, before you go quickly, just let me know you got coming up rest of the weekend.
I've got to link up. The reason why I got this, my city people have been saying, let's get the CIA back together again. Let's actually have a proper convo. So I'm linking out to the panelists. The challenge is I'm in track season right now, so that as well as work has been a little hectic. But I'm gonna get the panel together. I gotta deal with how we're making moves, how we're closing out the season. I gotta make moves with those that are questioning this manager, because I need to remind the real ones and the fake ones on what's going on. And I also need to deal with some of these rivals. I need to deal with all this talk. Y'all been a little too comfortable. So I got to deal with the rivals. But bless up. Tune into the channel, Vader Games TV. Subscribe.
Blessings, every single time. Big up to Veta people. We are, like Veta mentioned about the content here on Sarcasm City TV. We are heading over to the playback. Steve's already gone live. Golden State Warriors versus Houston Rockets, Game 2, NBA playoffs. People, this is exactly what it looks like. So if you have an NBA League Pass, you can use it to sync up with us and watch the same game, same stream, no spoilers, none of that. Or if you want to watch the game and you don't have a VIP, you don't have an NBA League Pass, I am giving out VIP passes for free so you can watch the game, people. So this is what we be doing here at Sarcasm City TV. So you don't see it on the screen there. That is what it looks like. So you see Steve, the joke man there, the bottom corner, and then you see the game on the screen like that right there, people. Let me do that before I get copyrighted still. So run up the likes, hit the subscribe button right here, all that good stuff. Again, subscribe to Veta Games TV, hit the notification bell, and make sure you get over to the playback like I just mentioned, www.playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. That's playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, or just download the Playback app from your app store, people. And I will be getting all the shows back onto the audio platforms as well, Spotify, iTunes, etc. Had a deal that fell through, so now I'm just trying to get the RSS feed back so then I can start uploading. So that's the reason why there's been nothing on Spotify, iTunes, etc. But I will update that and upload everything on that, people. Do not worry about that. But go follow the Spotify anyway. Follow us, 5-star us, all of that good stuff, people. Make sure you do so. And again, this is the playback right there on the screen. You see it. Not only do you get NBA watch-alongs, you get Premier League, you get Champions League, you get Europa League, you get boxing, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. That'll be over there. You get UFC, you get Formula 1, you get gaming content, or La Liga game. We did Getafe Real Madrid, Copa del Rey final. Saturday is over there as well. All over on the Sarcasm City TV playback, people. Where else are you getting this much content, this much more? Literally 24 hours. We live all the time. Like Joseph has been kind enough just to say in the chat, man, don't sleep, my guy. Big love for that. Appreciate it. So yes, playback. Please get over there. To roll to 1.5K followers over there. Roll to 15K on here. We'll see who's live. I think my guy Alam is live. So we're going to redirect to him. We're going to redirect over to Alam. But I hope to see all of you lot over on the playback. If you're an NBA fan, head over there. Even if you're not and you just want to come chill out in the comment section. That's also what we'll be doing also. Lil Tim's, big up to you as well. But we are going to redirect to my guy Alam. So all I need you lot to do is just put Sarcasm City TV raid in his chat. Big up Lil Tim's. Big up Gunner as well, man. Gunner always working. He's another one. Shout out to Gunner. He be setting pace with the work rate. But big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. What we got coming up tomorrow? So, well, today technically, solo Q&A, 4:30 p.m. UK time, solo Q&A. So I'll be here answering questions from the chat, and then following that, EAFC, the playoffs is done, so we'll be back pro clubs about 10:30 p.m. back to Division 5, Road to Elite Division. Live on the playback right now, Tims. We are live on the playback right now. Lil Dula says, yo, Flawless, can I get NBA pass on? Yeah, 1 second. Are you there? Where you at? Let me know your name on there and I'll give you a VIP pass, Dula. And to anyone as well with the VIP passes, I do give them out for free. However, there is membership over on the playback. That's the way to secure it, because when I only have a select amount, so obviously you take priority if you're in the Sarcasm City TV VIP section over on the playback. It's literally the same. It's their version of the YouTube membership. But Dula, I think your name's Dula, so when I see your name over there, I'll give you a pass. Is Delap a good striker for United? I think so, yes. Giannis, my G, big up every single time as well. So yes, get over to the playback. Like I said, we're live again. Oh, I see you, Dula. All right, give me a second. Hold up. Should be able to see it right now, Dula. So yeah, big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. Again, Sarcasm City TV raid in a Lamb's chat. This has been the Manchester United, Manchester City podcast. Mandem United podcast meets the Mandem City podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.